Happy Monday, everybody. We are on the stretch to the end of school, and we're doing it. We've been doing distance learning and teaching for 2 months. I never thought we would have to do it this much, but we're getting it done, and you guys are accomplishing a lot. So proud of you. All right, so hopefully you're keeping up with all. Again, you should have submitted the papers requested on RenWeb. Check that again. Again, you need to be showing work. I'm seeing a few of you not putting anything, which means you're not watching the instructions of the video. So you will not get full credit. I'm just going to put an incomplete. So please get that done and get that submitted. If you have any questions, please call me or email me and let me know if you have a problem with any of those, and I'll be happy to help you. Let's move on. We've got a lot to cover today. Some of this is review, some of it is not. We're going to try to get to area of rectangles, parallelograms, and triangles within a matter of hopefully 20 minutes or so. All right, so a few of these you can do here, but then starting on number 4, again, this is why do elephants have ivory tusks? I don't have a clue. There are not that many to fill out. I bet you can go ahead and fill those in. It says, so this is write the letter. How do you do this? Write the letter of the answer in each box containing the number of the exercise. So these are the exercise numbers, again, going through 11. So we're going to write the letter of whichever answer that we get. So let's start with these. This is simple. Again, show your work. Find the area. Again, area is length times width. So I'm going to put A equals, we'll just go ahead and put our length and our width. Our 6 times 4, easy peasy, 24 meters square. Remember, these are square units. So let's see how to do the puzzle. So that is right here. And so I'm going to cross that off, and that was for the number 1. I'm going to put the letter, it looks like there's some of these that are duplicates, so you'll put the same thing. I'm going to put the letter E for number 1. All right, and there's only one of those. All right, so now we're going to get to some interesting ones. And these are very important that you learn how to do these. So how I'm going to do this is, I'm going to find the largest dimensions, which is the 6 and the 4, because I don't have a full dimension on this right side. I don't have a full dimension on this length or base, however you want to call it. So I'm going to find the dimensions of the full lengths. So again, in fact, it would match that. So again, this is 6 times 4 is equal to 24. However, that assumes that I had a full full rectangle. But do I have a full rectangle? If you said no, you are correct. We don't have this little area right here. So we need to take that away. Well, again, what is that area? It's length times width, 2 times 2, which basically we could do almost in our head. And we have to, do you think we're going to add that to the 24 or take away? If you said take away, you are correct. So it is going to be 24. I'll just put the minus 4 right here. And our final answer is 20 meters square. Again, pause. If you didn't get that, go back, view that, and find your answer, making sure that the unit is correct. So 20 meters square. So that was number 2, and that goes somewhere. That is the letter L, and there's only one number 2. All right, so I'm not going to do this one. Basically, same thing, length times width, and take away this area that wasn't there. And again, how did we get this area over here? You do the same thing with these 2 numbers. So now starting from here, we're going to put these on in your spiral. If you don't have a spiral, you should be keeping your things neatly in a 3-ring binder with all the worksheets together. Again, make sure that you label this one 22A, and it corresponds with 22. So this first one is going to be D52, and we're going to see what else as we go along. So this one here. So I can do the same thing. 8 times 10. Here's the longest length on this one. 12 times 12. Here's the longest length on this one. 18 by 10. And then again, you'd have to take away this section here, but I don't know the dimensions. So this is very important on how you find those dimensions. If I'm looking for this one right here, this is horizontal. I'm going to find the longest horizontal, which is right here, and I'm going to subtract the shortest horizontal where I have two numbers. So 8 minus 5, that must be then 3. And if you kind of see it, let me make that a little bit darker so you can see it. So then, if I take these two horizontal, 3 and 5, that adds up to that 8. So again, if I subtract to find the number, I can add those two horizontals to double check that it equals that longest one. Same thing on the vertical. So I'm looking for this vertical section right here. I don't know what that is. So I'm going to go ahead and go, the longest vertical is 10. The shortest vertical is 6. Do you think you know what that is then? If you said 4, you are correct. 10 minus 6 is going to be 4. And again, let's check the sum of those two verticals. 4 and 6 is 10. So then again, on your lined paper, I will help you with this one. So on your number 4, our longest measures are 8 by 10. So the area is 8 times 10 is 80. But then we've got another area that we really didn't have. Again, when we go 8 times 10, that's assuming you have all of that. But we don't have that, so we've got to take that off. So we have to find the area of that section, which is, what do you think? 3 by 4. So please show your steps. So that other area is 3 by 4, which is 12. And then we subtract to see what is left. So I think that's going to be, is that 68? I hope so. Let's double check before we write that down. Here it is, right here. So it is 68 inches. So please go ahead and put that there, 68 square inches, and cross that off. All right, so you're going to do the same thing here. I need this vertical, so you find the longest vertical minus the shortest vertical, put that number there. For the horizontal, take your longest horizontal minus your shortest horizontal, and it's going to be that horizontal. Same thing here. So again, you're going to take your 12 by 12 first and then subtract that little area. Same thing on this one. Again, it's going to be a 10 by 18. And again, follow the pattern that we did here. And then you need to take away, because when you do 10 by 18, you're getting that whole entire area. We need to take away this. But then again, how do you get this one? That's horizontal. So you take the longest horizontal minus the shortest and put that number there. I need to see the numbers that you used on this one. Again, just like this one. So again, how do you get your vertical right here? Find the longest vertical, take away the shortest vertical, and that will give you your vertical here. All right, I think you can handle that. Well, on these, I'm going to do this number 8 with you, and then you should be able to do 7 and 9. So here we go. So this time they want the shaded area. Well, how do you think I could do that? Does anybody have an idea? Well, if you said find the whole entire area and then take away these two window areas, you are correct. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put this one here. Again, and I should see these problems done first. Actually, if you had stopped the video and then done these, that's okay too. All right, but I should see this one done. So our complete area is 16 by 8. So that area is 16 times 8. I don't know what that is. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply here. And that looks like 128. So the whole entire area is 128 square feet. But then we've got to find this area. Well, 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 5 is 20. But am I going to add that 20 or take away? Well, I'm going to take away, which is 108. But do I just have one window that is 20? No, we've got two. So we've got to subtract another 20, which is 88 square units. And I see that right here. So that one is, and I don't have room there to fit it in, so I will put it right here, 88 square feet. All right, so that labeling should match, and that is your number 8. I don't see a number 8 here. Yes, I do. And that is the letter D. Okay, then we're going to look at the word problems. So you're going to do, by the way, the 7 and the 8. This time you've only got one thing to subtract. Bigger numbers here, but you can do it. So let's look at the number 10. How much will it cost to carpet the room if the carpeting costs $22 per square yard? So I need to find square yards. So, oh, this is a good one. I'm glad we're doing this one. Because we don't have square yards. We don't have yards at all. We just have feet. Oh, no. So let me draw this in my spiral. So this is number 10. I'm going to put a little picture here. This is 15 feet long by 12 feet long. But we're going to find out, we have to find out the cost of the carpet per square yard. So I need to convert this into yards. Do you know how we do that? Well, if you said there's 3 feet for every yard and we have to divide, you are correct. So we're going to divide this by 3. We're going to divide that by 3. 15 divided by 3 will give us 5 yards. That is what we need here. 12 divided by 3 is going to give us 4 yards. And that is what we need right here. So now we're going to find the area. The area is length times width. So it is 5 by 4, which gives us 20 square yards. There we've got our square yards. Now, I don't have time to draw all of this. Well, I guess I will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then going across. All right. So it says the carpet costs $22 per square yard. So this is 22. That's 1 square yard. This is 22. This is 22. This is 22. This is 22. And so on. I've got a bunch of square yards that are each 22. What do you think you have to do? I'm going to let you finish that. I think you know. All right, I've got 20 of those that are $22 per square yard. So finish that up, and let's look at the number 11. All right, the number 11, what is the length? Uh-oh, I need to find the length. A rose garden in the city park is 9 meters wide if the area of the rectangle is 144 square meters. Square meters means they've given us the area. They not only said it, but you should be able to tell because it says square meters. What is the length? So here we go. Number 11, it is, I'll just draw a little picture here. This is 9 meters wide. We don't know the length, but I know that the whole entire area is 144 meters squared. So I'm going to use my formula. Please write this down. Area equals length times width. And what do we have? We have our area that's going to go right here. Equals, do we have our length? No. Do we have our width? Yes. Now, we have to do, this is a little bit of algebra. I have to get that L all by itself. So instead of multiplying, I am going to divide on both sides by 9. We'll do more of this later on, so just try to make sure that you understand this. So That's going to give me the L all by itself, because what's 9 divided by 9? 9 divided by 9 is 1. 1 times L is L. So now to find my width, I just need to divide that through. I'll go ahead and do this one with you. So 144 divided by 9. Again, because we could not multiply, the opposite is to divide. It looks like it goes in there, 16. So it looks like that length is 16. If I wanted to check it, I could just go 16 times 9, and it should come to that 144. And so let's see, that is in what units? That is in meters. So I should see a 16 meter answer. 16, where are you? Right here. So that is this one. It is 16 meters. Again, that is a single dimension, so that is not squared. 16 meters, and cross that off. And that number 11 goes twice. R and R. I hope I did these right. If I didn't, send me an email and you'll get candy. Alrighty. Okay. We are going to flip the page. We're not going to do this one today. It takes too much explaining. We're going to go to this one, which is 306. And before we go, oh, look who's here. Oh, you're so sweet. Who is this? This is Glory the bear. Oh, look, kid. Glory, get it? American bear. So remember him for later on. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to do area of a parallelogram. I love parallelograms. This one is so easy. And I think you had this last year. We are going to zoom through parallelograms. So let me show you a little example. All right. So if I have this right here, how do you find the area of that rectangle? If you said length times width, you are correct. It would be 12 times 6, and let me see if my mental math is correct. That would be 72. 72 square centimeters. Well, watch this. All right. I just turned that into a parallelogram. Again, a parallelogram has two sets of congruent parallel sides. Well, did the area change? No. So it's still 72. The only difference that they say is, and I'll put it right here, is area of a rectangle is length times width. The area of a parallelogram is base times height. So you're going to look at the full base from one edge to the other, and then that height goes straight up. Can you see why it goes straight up? So because it resembles the width of a rectangle. So again, it is base times height. You're going to look for that right angle symbol, and that right angle symbol points to the base, and it points to that height. So it's as simple as that. It is multiplying those two units together. So here we go on that. This one is simple. I think we can do a lot of these right here. So again, the formula is, what's the area? Area equals base times height. Area equals base is 6 times the height is that a 3? And so again, I believe you could do these here, except for maybe a couple. We'll see. So you'll have to write small when you get down to some of these others. So the area is equal to 18 square inches. And find your answers. Pause it to get all your answers here. So is that easy peasy? Let's look at, again, we're going to zoom through these. Number 9 is area equals base times the height. Again, here's your right angle symbol. You can barely see it, but it points towards the base and the height. So all we need to do is area equals 4.5 times 10. Again, you're going to have to squeeze this. And actually, because it's times a 10, we just need to move the decimal over one place. Area equals, move it over one place, 45 square meters. And again, find your answer over to the side, and that's it. We're done. Parallelograms are simple. So, where are we going to go? I'm going to skip this page for now. So again, you may skip, and we'll see when we're going to do that. Right now we're not. You're going to go to this page here. This one you will do entirely in the spiral. In the spiral or in your 3-ring notebook. And this one we will call, what shall we call this? We'll call it 22C. 22C. So this must be done in your spiral. I'm going to go ahead and start mine right here. Now on this one it says find perimeter and area. So perimeter, you have no room for work. So you're going to do perimeter and then you're going to get the area, or you can list it on the bottom. So again, I would start out, my personal opinion, is area. I would do the area for all of them. So the area is base times height. Base times height. This is not a height. Again, the right angle symbol points to the base and the height. So on number 1, we'll do a couple of those. So this is D54, number 1, area. Again, I would do all the areas first, then come back and do all the perimeters. So area is 8 times 4, so it is 32. So the area is 32 inches square. Please put your units. I'm going to help you with another one. Let's look at the number 3, the area. The number 3 is, all right, so what is the base? Again, the base is all the way across. The height, again, you're looking for that right angle symbol. The height goes straight down. It is, and I can actually put another one here. It is, the height is perpendicular, which means it forms a right angle with the base. So base, and the height goes straight up from that. So it is going to be 5.1 times 3.2. So we'll do that one. Area equals 5.1 times 3.2. I thought we were going to get triangles, and we might or might not. All right. So let's go ahead and look. So let's go ahead and work this one out. So again, I would not work with the decimals. I would put I'm going to leave a spot for my answer. I'm going to put the 3.2 on top times 5.1 because I like ones. And then starting with the 5, it goes under the 5. I made that a little crooked. That's not good. That's 15, 16. So we've got 2, 3, 6, 1. Again, pause it if you need to. If I'm going too fast, you don't just like keep on going. You go ahead and pause it and get it all down. Then we've got to go in how many decimal places? We've got to go in 2. So it looks like the area is 16.32. So please put the correct units when you're coming over here. Again, please put the perimeter first, even though we haven't done this one yet. And then the area, before I write it down, is I'm going to make sure that that is there. 16.32. 16.32. Right there. Okay? So cross it off. And I'm going to say you don't have to do the puzzle. You can if you want. You'll do the puzzle once you find all 10 answers and then write the, no. There's going to be 20. I believe there's going to be, no. There's going to be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's going to be 16 that you're going to cross off. And then once you cross off those 16, then you can put your answers from left to right. All right. I think we're not going to get a chance to do the triangles today, but that's okay. We'll catch up. So with that said, I might go back and do another page. All right. So now let's go back. In fact, we'll go back on those very two. Or let's write this down. 16.32 square centimeters. Then it says also find the perimeter. So the perimeter, again, it's as if there's a little man around, like right here. Perimeter, he's going to parade around. That 4 is going through the park. That is not going around the edge of this parallelogram park. So if I'm doing the number 1 perimeter, I'll just go back and put it right here. So the perimeter is I'm going to go 5 inches this way, 8 inches this way. I'm not all the way around yet. So what is this right here? If you said 5, you are correct. So 5, 8, 5, and then what is this distance here? If you said 8, you are correct. So this is going to be 5 plus 8 plus 5 plus 8. And I'm going to add these separately. I'm going to take those two, which is 16, the 2 5s, which is 10. Oops, and that's a plus sign. And that equals 26. So that distance around the perimeter is 26. It is not square units. It is not, square units are on the inside. This is around the edge, so that is just straight inches. 26 inches, where are you? Where are you? And you are right here. All right, and then cross that off. Then let's go back, and did I cross off that 32? Where's the 32? Here it is. So here was our first answer, the number 1 area. Then let's go back and do this number 3. Let's do the perimeter for that one. So again, think of the little man right here. He is parading around the parallelogram garden and plussing at the same time. So he's going to parade around, 3.6, parade around, 5.1, keep on parading around that edge. Another, what do you think it is? If you said 3.6, you're correct. And then parade around again. Now, don't stop here and go straight down. That is cutting through the lawn area. Nope, nope, nope. You want to go around the edge. Think of it as a sidewalk. This is not a sidewalk here. You're going around the edge. You parade around plus until you get back. So we're going to be adding and on this one, because there's decimals, I'm going to line them up. It is going to be 3.6. And then we said 5.1. Then another 3.6. And another 5.1. And this isn't that difficult to add. So that's 6 and 1 is 7, another 7. 7 and 7 is 14. Carry this, and I'm going to add my 2 5s first. So 5 and 5 is 10. 3 and 3 is 6, so that's 16, 17. And bring that decimal straight down. So it looks like it is 17.4 units. Find 17.4, and it is right here. Again, that is not square units because that is a perimeter. So that is 17.4 centimeters. Make sure you have the correct units written on there. Alrighty, we're going to do the word problems, and I do know for sure we're not going to have time for the triangles. Darn, and I made some nice little cutouts too. All right, so you're going to do these in the same way that I just demonstrated on 1 and 3, finding the perimeter and the area. Let's look at this one. I'm going to help you set these up. Number 7, again, everything must be done in your spiral. So on number 7, it says find the area. Base times height. I do know it's base times height, so I do need a base and height. The base of the parallelogram is 10. Okay, so I'm going to help you with the pictures on these. So this is number 7. Now I'm going to draw a parallelogram for you. Okay, so it says the base is 10 inches. Then it says the height. Now again, the height goes straight up. So my height is right here. I could have also done it right here, either of those. So the height, it says, oh, this is hard. The height is 2 inches more than half the base. Well, first of all, What's half that base? Half that base is 5. But then it says it's 2 inches more than that. So what do we have to do to that 5? If you said add 2, you are correct. So that height is 7. And then from there, can you get the area? Sure you can. Apply your formula and calculate it out. Base times height. So I'm going to help you with the number 8. I think should be easy. Okay, 8 should be easy. What is the area? The height is 4.5. The base is twice that height. What do you have to do if it says twice? If you said multiply that by 2, you are correct. So that one's not that bad. All right, let's look at, okay, I'll help you with this one, the number 10. You'll go back and it's very similar to number 9. So number 10, in fact, I probably should do, well, let's just stick with this. The area of a parallelogram is 375. All right, I think that's going to be like this number 11, where they give you the area and one of the dimensions. So let me go ahead and draw a little picture. So number 10. So they're giving me a parallelogram, and they're saying that the base is 25. And we're supposed to find the height. Again, the height goes straight up. Straight up. So I'm looking for that height right there. I don't know what that is. But I do know that the entire parallelogram is 375. So again, when you know the area, it says the area is 375. You must write down the formula. I really want to see that formula. I'm going to be looking for that formula. So again, it is very similar to this one up here, except we're working with base and height. So base times height. Write what you know. What do you know? You know the area is 375. Do we know the base? Yes, we know the base. The base is 25. Times the height. We don't know the height. That is what we're calculating. Everything's crooked. Sorry about that. So again, 25 times the height, I don't know. So this is where you do the opposite. We're going to get that h all by itself. This is a little bit of algebra where we're isolating our variable by getting rid of the 25. Opposite of a multiplication is a division. Write your division like a fraction line. And I'm going to divide by 25. I'm going to divide by 25. And then 25 divided by 25 is 1. 1 times h is h. There is our height. I'm going to leave a spot. And then what do we have to do on this side? Again, what we do on one side, we do to the other. I don't know if I said that. And then we're going to go ahead and divide it then by that 25. So it doesn't go into that 3, it goes there once. How many quarters in $2.25? In $1, there's 4 quarters. In $2, there's 8. And there's one more, so it looks like it's going to be 9. And I'm pretty sure that's it. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 2 is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and that does it. So our height is 19, looks like 19 centimeters. All right, and let's make sure that that is there. What did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong? 375. 19, where are you? Okay, what did I do wrong? That's 8, 9. Help me out, girls and boys. I don't see that 19. Alrighty, so let's go back and look again. So this is 375. Am I doing number 10? And it's 25 times the height divided by 25. That goes in once. Oh, there it is. Always, yeah, don't ever, please don't ever just say, okay, the puzzle should be this, so it has to be 18. No, you go back and you find your mistake. And I found my mistake. All right, when I subtracted, I put a 2 instead of a 1. All right, always go back and see what your mistake is. So now let's redivide that. 25 into $1.25 is 5. So that should be a 5. Right. So 5 times 25 is 125. So it's usually that your mistake is usually small, but makes a big difference when it comes to the answer. So that should be, the height should be 15. And I would have also found my mistake if I had taken 19 times 25, I would have got an answer much bigger than that. So let's see if it is 15. And it is right here, centimeters, centimeters, it is this 15. So that height, H is 15 centimeters. And again, I could have always checked to multiply it through 125, 25, and that comes to 375 as a double check. Again, please pause, take your time to get all this down before you go on. But I think, boys and girls, we are done. So you are just going to do 22A. You're going to do 22B. This is easy peasy page. And 22C. Now, I'll probably have you just submit 22A and 22C. Those are very important. And again, submit it with your work. Okay, girls and boys, you have a great day. We will see each other on Wednesday.